This is a baseball bat that has been modified with a war wrap. It functions exactly as expected. The only thing different is that the paint isn't real. I got the idea back in 2023 when I used to play high school baseball. And I've always been an artist, so I wanted to find a way to incorporate that into whatever I was doing. But it didn't start out this way. So how did it start and what am I doing with it now? To explain that, I have to take you back to when I was 16 and I was playing on my varsity team and I just got a new bat, which was the DeMarini The Goods. Using for a while, I decided I was going to customize it along with my helmet to match. I started thinking of a design and I had a few ideas. This is the first one that I settled on. I recently bought a Cricut Maker 3, which is a machine to cut graphics, so I plan to use that for the design. I eventually changed the design to this one, which required paint. I painted up the color I needed, sanded off the cylinder, and gave it a few coats. I applied the graphics and wrapped the whole thing in a protective film. When it was finished, I had shown my teammates. They thought it was really cool, so I was thinking, why not just start a business out of this? Now to do that though, a couple things had to change. It would be way too much to customize people's... It would be way too much to customize other players' bats the way I did mine. It would take way too long. There's too much room for error, and I would have to charge way too much. The list goes on. So I had the idea, why not just make the entire product one layer of film? This was a good idea, but it wasn't a very simple one. That's because I had no way to make such a product. I had to find a manufacturer. After extensive research, I settled on this one company. Did I say company or not? After extensive research, I settled on this one company mainly because of their low minimum order quantity. So I had a manufacturer, but I had nothing to send them. I started off by mapping the topology of my bat so I could use it as a template. Use it as a template for making designs. Baseball bats' barrels have a taper, so cylindrical design is going to be warped when you actually apply it. I did some math to calculate the rough slope of the decrease of the barrel's taper. I cut a test shape out of paper and then made the template. To verify that my math was correct, I ordered a test wrap from my manufacturer. I created a design to test the color range and vibrancy, the resolution, the color accuracy, and the amount it can be stretched without ruining the image. It passed all of them. Next were the actual designs. I actually had some designs already. However, they were not any that I particularly liked or that I would sell, especially not at first. I decided to come up with 5 different designs kind of as a launch special. I did some research to see what other players thought were cool. I found some trends like food and fruit, so I catered to that. But before I can talk about the designs, we need to talk about branding. When I first started thinking about the idea for this brand, I got that idea for the name, War Wraps. Originally it was War Wrap, actually, but that didn't fit too well. After I got the name, I needed a logo. I surfed Pinterest for ideas, and I came across this icon. I thought it looked cool, so I decided to take inspiration from that. The first one I came up with was this, which I liked at the time, but it didn't feel right. It didn't feel like baseball. So I tweaked it a bit and gave it my helmet. This was it. Okay, back to the designs. For the first ones, I was going to create what I call the launch pack, which contained 5 different designs. The banana bomb, war waffle, pink pink pink, light maple, and lookout. Anyways, all my bases were covered, except I had no way for customers to actually order. That was 2 months away. Now for the final step, marketing. I figured I'd primarily market on TikTok, as that's what I did for my clothing brand, which is another story. I made an account and I just started showing off the product. It did okay, but no sales. I did this for quite some time, then I had the idea to promote at my local high school. I did, and I actually did get a sale. I wrapped and delivered the bat, and things looked like they were going to be pretty good. I kept promoting on TikTok, and my dad helped me by sharing the website in some Facebook groups. And a while later, I got my first online order. I kept promoting on TikTok, and I was feeling pretty good until now. That order was not too long ago. But since views have been declining, I need to get better at marketing content because it's got to be that my videos are the thing stunting on my growth. Without social media, the concern is that it's really never gonna take off, which is sad because I feel like it's a pretty cool idea. So is War Wraps dead? Not really. I just have to find out how to make it succeed. It could really blow up. I just gotta find the method. But I will keep you guys updated on it.